In a quaint village bordered by whispering woods, lived an old man named Elias, who was known for his peculiar sensitivity to the winds. He used to tell anyone who would listen that the winds carried not just seeds and scents, but also the souls of the departed who had tales to tell. It all began one evening, under the light of a crescent moon, when Elias was tending to his garden. The wind curled around him like a sudden shroud, coming into a gentle crescendo that seemed almost like whispers. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Elias listened closely and discerned what appeared to be voices. They were faint, like the gentle breath upon one's ear made by quiet words. "Trust," said one voice, a mere sigh that seemed borne by the northern gust. "Hope," breathed another from the playful southern breeze. Yet it was the voice from the robust eastern wind that paused Elias's heart, an utterance of his wife's name, Eliana. Beloved Eliana had passed on many springs ago, leaving the old man in solitude with his flowers and his sprawling herbs. The voices continued as nights passed, growing ever clearer. Elias, driven by a yearning to believe that Eliana was reaching out to him, began to catalogue the words spoken by the winds. Elias shared his findings with a young woman named Lila, the village librarian who had a fascination with myths surrounding spiritual entities in the afterlife, often referred to as pneumatology. She was mesmerized by Elias's tales and started to visit him to hear the winds talk. Together, they spent countless evenings decoding messages and documenting this phenomenon. One night, the winds carried a different tone, one of urgency. It whispered, "Beyond the veil lies truth, and seek and find." Elias and Leela interpreted this as a directive, leading them to the nearby ancient forest, which was rumored to be a place where the veil between the physical and the spiritual worlds was thin. Equipped with lanterns and a compass, they ventured into the woods. The air was thick with a tangible sense of expectation, and the further they walked, the more pronounced the whispers. Trees seemed to lean towards them, passing secrets through leaves touched by spirits. As midnight arrived, they reached an old oak, legendary in village tales as the oracle tree. Here, they paused, the atmosphere suffused with an eerie calm. It was Lila who noticed that the ground beneath their feet was covered not just in moss, but in a carpet of white petals that hadn't been there on their last visit. Guided by an inexplicable impulse, Elias reached down and dug gently at the roots of the tree. To their astonishment, they unearthed an ancient-looking box. They pried it open to reveal two things: a finely crafted flute made from oak and a rolled-up piece of vellum, old but meticulously preserved. The vellum had a message in a script that seemed to dance before their eyes. "Play and listen." With trembling hands, Elias brought the flute to his lips and played. The melody was mournful yet beautiful, filled with longing and love. As the notes floated into the night, the winds reacted. They swirled around the tree, echoing the tune, and then, as if in applause, the air calmed. From within that calm emerged a voice, clear and melodious. It was unmistakably Eliana. She spoke of love eternal, of watching over Elias, waiting until they could be reunited beyond the veil. The message was a blessing, a confirmation that love transcended even death. Lila, deeply moved, documented this extraordinary event, which became a crucial part of her pneumatology research. As for Elias, he finally found peace, often seen smiling at the whispering winds, knowing that Eliana was there, always just a breath away. Thus, the village of whispers learned something profound about the winds. They didn't just carry tales, but also comfort, truths, and the eternal whispers of love.